Hello and welcome back to the 3-Hour News Show. And that was a snippet from the movie Sampai Nanti, Hanna, directed by Agung Sentausa.
That's right, and in today's See the Stories, we have one of the cast members of Febby Rastanty along with scriptwriter Swastika Nohara right here in the studio to tell us more about the movie. Thank you so much for being here.
Great to see you, ladies.
Yes.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
being
for
here.
inviting.
Of course,
Yes,
it's
thank you
always
for
a
having
pleasure. Now, Sampai Nanti, Hanna, tell us more about it. What is it about?
What is it about, and why are we saying see you later, Hanna? Why are we saying that?
Yeah, actually the English title is Still Then Hanna. Yeah, on the surface level, if you look at the trailer, it may seem like an unrequited love story between a boy and a girl with the set of student activism back in the 90s. So this is a period movie, but actually if you pay attention on the deeper layer, it tells about transgenerational trauma, because Hanna inherited this trauma from the mother side of her family. So she felt like she didn't deserve being loved, let alone being adored or admired. So she is struggling so hard to fight this trauma, so that she failed to see a true love that came along from Yani. He's her friend in college. So Gani was fighting so hard to get Hanna's love, but she felt like she didn't deserve to be loved, and she broke away, and she had this strong urge to get away from her home, from her mom, who is very controlling, and a lot of difficult circumstances.
Oh, it's so complex. So from what you told us, and also from the trailer, what we could see is the film combines romance, family drama, as you said earlier, transgenerational trauma, as well as toxic relationships, if I may.
Yeah.
How did you come with such idea?
Well, actually, it was a very long discussion with the executive producers. Her personal story inspired me and the producer, so that we decided to film this story. And then I dug deeper, did some research about this transgenerational trauma and toxic relationship, and how patriarchy and the balance of relationship between men and women, especially during the 90s, because it was set during the Suharto regime. And if you ask me where the inspiration came from, I would say a lot of places. The executive producer herself, and then myself. There were points while writing this story that I felt so difficult, because some part of this story was very personal. You know that every writer put a piece of herself into her writing, right? And I was trying to do that as well with this script. While doing that, some memories of my past came back, flashes and flashes and flashes, so that I was overwhelmed, and it became very difficult for me to continue, so that I had to stop and take a distance with this story, take a break, and then came back again later on. So yeah, it came from a lot of places, my own personal story, someone else's story. I borrowed from other people's experience as well. And yeah, basically from everywhere around me.
But we have to admit that generational gap doesn't affect only one aspect of people's life, but also it got cross aspects, not only in in a nation setting, but also all the way to personal setting.
Yes.
Right. And probably, Febby, for yourself, getting into the character in Sampai Nanti, Hanna, what exploration did you do to be able to embody the person in the story? Because this might seem, as I said before, this might seem quite complex.
Yeah. Maybe because I don't experience it myself. I mean,
Exactly. God forbid. God forbid.
But well, I see a lot of movies regarding that theme, and I asked like a few of my friends who like experiencing a toxic relationship, whether it's with her family or with her relationship with her boyfriend or with his girlfriend. Yeah.
And I want to know, how would you describe Hanna?
Hanna.
How is she?
What is she? She's a human.
What is she?
She's a boyish kind of girl. She's a strong, independent, and brave woman, I would say. And she has a toxic relationship with her mother. She feel like she doesn't belong in the family. She feel like her mother doesn't accept her for who
She is.
She is. Yes. So that is why when Arya came, Arya is soon to be her husband. She saw that as a ticket to get away from her house. Even if she know that she doesn't love him, she know that she's actually in love with her best friend, which is Yani, but I just want to get away from home like right at the second. And then when Arya came, and then yeah.
My heart is aching
happened.
just listening to the
But-
situation
But you know when
that she described.
yeah, because Hanna didn't make a peace with her trauma, with what she experienced in the house.
Yeah, in the house.
So in the end, she got trapped with the man, which has a similar characters with her mother. You know.
Wow.
So like from one toxic relationship to
To
another.
another, yes.
To more toxic one.
Two more.
Two more.
Stay toxic. No. That was a joke. But Febby, a toxic relationship could be very, detrimental.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, how did you prepare and develop for this character? Because you were saying it yourself that you've never been, and God forbid,
I've
getting
never been in
into
one.
one toxic relationship. I mean, learning from your, say, friends, the toxic relationship with their own, partners, ex-partners, boyfriends, girlfriends. What is the most potent trait in a toxic relationship that you can get the silver lining from those stories that you can actually put in your character as Hanna?
What can I say? Well, I talk a lot with the director. I discuss a lot with the directors, and then he actually like recommend me a few of good movies about toxic relationship.
Can you name some any movies about toxic relationship?
Like the Marriage Story.
The Marriage Story.
Yeah, the one which is Scarlett
Scarlett
Johansson.
Johansson, yes, and Adam Driver.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
I love that movie as well. Yeah, and then I forgot the title actually, but he also showed me a clip of a movie which is portray how abusive husband and to his spouse and how it affects his spouse like mentally. Like she doesn't have to cry. She doesn't have to cry. She just stays silent, but really shows that she's scared.
Yeah.
Like she's really like she want to get away from the relationship, but she doesn't have a choice.
To the point that the silence is deafening.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Mbak Tika, as a scriptwriter, what do you want the viewers to take? What message do you want them to take from watching this movie? Because this is about toxic relationship, about toxic family as well. What do you want? What message do you want to convey?
Yes, there's always a silver lining, yes. And we talk also about a second chance. There's always a second chance for those who are fighting for it. We believe that. We strongly believe there is always a second chance. And we want people who happen to be in such relationship, be it in the family or be it with their spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, anything. First, acknowledge the situation.
Yeah.
And then think through it and empower yourself. And we want people to learn and realize that there's always a second chance.
All right, second chance.
Yes.
Everybody deserves that. Remember that.
Yeah.
Is there any third chance? I don't know. So we're going for a short break.
I mean, like, does it exist though? Does it exist though?
After that, we will continue our conversation on this movie, Sampai Nanti, Hanna. So stay tuned to see the stories only on the 3-Hour News Show on See Today.